All right, number 10. This one is a little different only because they give you data. They don't actually give you the statistics. You just got to just tell Minitab to do that. That's all. And you just learn how to use the software. And notice this one, it has a sample size of 32, and they give you a standard deviation. So that tells me I'm going to use a Z. If, and it might be the next problem, they could have, and this is where it's a little different, they could have gave you a sample size of 32 and the standard deviation is not given, then you would use a T. See that? So if they don't give you a standard deviation, use a T. Or if N is less than 30, you're going to use a T as well. There's like two different conditions. All right. So this one, the first step is really the same. The first step, you're going to just determine the null and alternative. Let's read it. Let's see. I think the last statement here. Is there enough evidence to reject the claim that the mean time it takes smokers to quit smoking permanently is 13? I'm glad we're doing the is. So is what? Equal, right? So that's going to be your claim. That has to be your null. So mean equals 13. And not equal is going to be the alternative. So for mine, it's going to be E. All right, next I got to do my test statistic, and now he's going to use Minitab. Same place. I'm going to go stat, basic, and one sample Z. But this time, you don't need to summarize. If there's some numbers here, it doesn't matter. But I'm going to click samples and columns. Oh, I'm wrong. Made a mistake. Know what I forgot? I need to input this data in Minitabs. So I'm going to get rid of all this. So I'm going to go over here. I'm going to copy this data to the clipboard. And you actually got to copy it. It doesn't copy it. It just highlights it, and then I'm going to right click and just copy it. So I'm going to put the data in Minitabs. Not in the top one here. Start at 1. Okay. And you can label it something if you want to. I'm just going to put an X here. It just helps my brain. But it really doesn't matter. So now I'm going to go stat, basic, one sample Z, samples and columns. You're going to click in that box right below that. Then double click your C1. Now it's just going to do the data. It's going to find the mean and standard deviation for you. And then I'm going to go perform hypothesis test like we did before. My hypothesized mean in this case is 13. Options. This one is a not equal to. My alternative. That's it. Everything else is the same.
Okay. Standard, do I change that?
Yes. Did I change my standard deviation?
No, I didn't hear it.
I may not have. See, that's issue. Standard deviation was, I did not change my standard deviation. Thank you. Appreciate it. All right. So my standard deviation should be 4.5 for mine. And then I already did that. Yep. Okay. So my Z test is 1.75.
Hypnosis is 32.
What's 32? That's your sample size.
No, okay, never mind.
Okay. Let's see. My p-value is 0.080.
Do we do the options as well?
Options, yes, for your hypothesis, for the alternative. And this one is the same as far as rejecting. And notice, now this one, notice my null is my claim. So I need the logic on the right side of the board. So let's see, am I rejecting or failing to reject? Mine is greater. My P is greater than alpha, so I am failing to reject. Failing to reject the null, so there's insufficient evidence to reject the claim that something, something, something.
You said, oh, how did you determine that?
Maybe this one. You compare your P and your alpha. So my alpha is 0.04 and my P is 0.08. So my P is greater than alpha.
Okay.
So I'm failing to reject. And there's not sufficient evidence to reject the claim. And that's it for that one.